Hey y'all, this is Meso coming into my kitchen today where we are going to be making the perfectly double chocolate cake. It's wonderful for the holidays or just any time. Let's take a look and see what we're going to be using to make this thing happen. So I have here 3 cups of all-purpose plain flour. I have here 2 cups of sugar, baby. Gotta have sugar to make it good. I have Hershey's cocoa powder here. Let me show you. So we're not talking about anything you gotta melt. We're talking about the powder. That's what you want to use. Now I am using some Folgers instant decaf coffee. You don't have to use decaf. You don't have to use instant. Whatever coffee you drink, this is a coffee you're gonna use, baby. I'm using some canned milk. Mine happens to be Carnation. Whatever canned milk you get, it's gonna be okay. I have here some coconut oil. I have 2 room temperature eggs and some baking powder. Some salt. Now I am using Himalayan pink salt, but whatever salt you have is fine. And I have some baking soda. Let's go ahead and get this thing to moving. I'm at my mixer now, and I am just gonna put in my flour. Now the beautiful thing about this cake is a commutative property cake. That's right, any order, baby. Doesn't matter how you put this in. Don't have to worry about what comes first, what goes next. Just get it in there any way you can, baby. I'm putting in now my sugar. This cake is so simple, but so good and so decadent. Nobody will believe how quickly you can throw this guy together. Now this is my salt. As I said, I'm using Himalayan. Use table salt, sea salt, kosher salt, whatever you want to use. Baking soda. And I believe I have here some baking powder, baby. Get that right on in. And I'm coming with my Hershey's cocoa. That looked a little lumpy. It's okay for the cake, but when I get ready to do the icing, I want it to be powder perfect. And I'll sift it for the icing, for the frosting. So this is dry. I am just mixing this together because I want to get everything combined perfectly. Gonna just knock this stuff down a little bit and just mix it again. Just combining here. You could have done this with a wire whisk, but since it's in the mixer, hey, use the mixer. I am coming in with my egg. Remember, it is room temperature. Right back with my second egg. And this is my coconut oil. Now, as I said before, you can use vegetable oil. You can use corn oil. Whatever oil you have, except don't use anything like olive oil, of course. I put in my 1 cup of milk. I have my Watkins vanilla flavoring, baby. It makes everything good. But you use whatever flavoring you have. Doesn't have to be Watkins, but you will be pleased with the Watkins. I am letting this just whip around for a while. Let it whirl around. I wish you could smell this. Of course, it's chocolate. Now that's coffee. That's my Folgers decaf that I had sitting there. And I'm gonna put a cup of, make this a boiling water. I'm gonna stir it with the tip ends of this spoon. Now you use drinking coffee, whatever you drink, you use it. It don't have to be instant. It doesn't have to be decaf, but it's got to be boiling, baby. And we're gonna get this right into the mix. What this does is kicks up that flavor of the chocolate. It enhances the chocolate flavor. It puts it on overdrive, baby. It makes it really, really rich and decadent. As if we need any more rich and decadent in this cake. But make sure you use your hot coffee, baby. I prepared my pans here and I sprayed them with cooking Baker's Joy. I put parchment paper. Now this is unbleached parchment paper, that's why it's brown. I put that into my pans, and I'm using Baker's Joy. Take a good look at this. This is spray with flour, so you don't have to go and grease your pans and then put your flour in, knock your flour out. Real simple. Look how smooth and beautiful that batter is. It looks a little thin. That's okay. It should be a little thin. You want it just like this. It lets you know it's going to be moist and more than moist. Super moist, in fact. Now, if you want to, you can measure yours to make sure you have the same amount in each pan. Maybe 2 cups per pan. I can pretty well eyeball this, and mine's going to be A-okay, baby. You get a little bit more, though, in that other pan. Just a little bit more. Yeah, that's about right. That's gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is just tap these pans down. You see a little bubbles on the top. It's okay, but I'm gonna just tap them down. If you want to take a toothpick and pop the bubbles, you can. Doesn't matter though. For this cake, it's gonna be fine. Getting it right into a preheated 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. My oven runs a little hot, so I'm gonna start checking at right before 30 minutes. They've been in, now they're out. I've got my trusty skewer, and I'm gonna just stick it down in here to see do I get anything on the skewer. Look at that. Clean, clean, clean. That means it's done, baby. It's done. Now I'm going to let these cool on these racks for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm going to flip them out, remove them from the pan, and let them cool even further. Okay. Now it's time for me to get them. That's been 10 minutes. It's time for me to get them out of the pans and onto the rack. Gonna let them cool another 60 minutes because I want them totally cool when I begin to put the frosting on. Oh man. Let's flip it. Be careful because this is still hot. This pan is still pretty warm. I guess I got asbestos fingers. I can handle it, but you be careful. You might need a pot holder. If you do, just get one, baby. Turn this guy over, and now let's take a look. Let's take a little peek and see what's going on. Oh yeah, perfection, baby. Look how perfectly that came out. Look at my pan. You see how the parchment paper and the oil and the flour, all that worked together to put out a beautiful layer. Didn't stick at all. Look at that one. Get you some parchment paper. Save you a lot of trouble. Look at that. Now, you know, I could eat this just like it is. In fact, delicious, rich, and beautiful. This cake is so moist. That's the reason you got to let it cool that 60 minutes. It will absolutely fall apart on you if you don't because it is so moist, so soft. Woo, look at that. Spin around, girl. Show them what you got, honey. Ha. Now I'm going to make the frosting while this is cooling. Going to go ahead and get this frosting together. So here's what I'm using. I have 3 cups of confectioner's powdered 10x sugar, whichever you call it. I have some vanilla flavoring. I have some milk and some butter, baby. Got to use the butter in here. And I've melted my butter, and I'm going to go ahead and get it down into the bowl. I've melted it, but it's cool. It's not hot. Now I sifted this Hershey's cocoa powder. You can see how smooth it is, and I'm going to go ahead and get that down into my butter. Oh, this is so easy. You're going to see how quick and easy this comes together, baby. Now I'm putting in my confectioner's sugar. Get your kids to help you make this cake. After they help you a couple of times, they can make it by themselves, depending on how old they are, because it's so easy to do. You can't go wrong. I'm putting in my milk. And this is still the canned milk that I'm using. I put in not all of it because I don't want it to get too runny. I want to make sure that my consistency stays good. Take a look. I want you to watch this because you don't want it to get real runny, real loose. And now I'm going to, maybe that's all of the milk I'm going to put in because I am going to put in some vanilla flavoring, and that's another teaspoon of liquid. So I don't want it to get, I keep saying I don't want it to get runny. Take a look. That's about how you want yours to look. Want it to sit up on that cake. Nice. I've got a doily here and I put it on my cake plate. Now I also have some pieces of parchment paper that I cut out, and I'm gonna just put this around my doily so that it doesn't get my doily chocolatey or my plate chocolatey. Gonna keep it clean, keep everything neat and clean. Look at that cake, baby. Oh, she looks so pretty, doesn't she? Chocolate heaven, chocolate decadence, chocolate goodness, baby. Now I've got my second layer on here. I gotta straighten it up. You see how those layers are pretty much consistent in thickness. Beautiful, beautiful. You could just smell this. Oh man, you'd lose your mind just smelling it. Now, as I've told you many times before, Meso is not a cake decorator. Meso is a cook. Meso can bake a little, but decorating is not my thing. But you know what? Everybody that eats my cake, they know what to expect. My cakes always look a little rustic. They look homemade. And that's just the door opener to how it's going to taste, because it absolutely tastes homemade. But I got a few utensils that help me out. I'm using this well, I can't remember what you call this thing, but anyway, it's a nice little tool to use. And I'm flattening and spreading out this frosting on this cake with this you call that thing, I don't say spatula for right now. That's not really what I call it all the time. Me so getting old, baby. I can't remember the name of all these things. But you see how it smooths? Now I've got these tools also, and I use these just to further smooth this cake out, to help me. Some of y'all guys can do this better than me. Go ahead and knock yourself out, baby. But this is just how I put mine together. This is Meso's little put together. I'm using this one to make me some swirls at the top. Yeah. Ain't that pretty? Now I'm going to take out these pieces of parchment paper, and look how neat and clean my doily and my plate is. Oh man, take a look at that. I know. I'm going to get right to the cutting. I'm going to cut this guy a nice big piece. And wait for it. Wait a minute. Ha! Look. Hold your breath, goodness. Look at that. Ha! Never go wrong, never fail. It is so easy. You can do it too. Look at that. Plop that cake right down there. Woo, guys. Let me let you get a good look, because I want you to understand how moist and decadent and rich this cake is. Man, I am going to just show you. Let me just press into this cake. You see how moist that is? It's just sticking together. Oh man. Okay, time to taste, baby. Woo! It's what we've been waiting on. Take a look. It's like a brownie, but better. What's your name? What is your name? They're going to be calling that name when they taste this cake, baby. My name is Meso. I hear y'all calling me already. Another bite. Ooh, look. Yeah, take another look, because I'm going to get the bite. I should stop right here. But wait a minute. Not when I can eat more. The frosting is perfect. The perfect sweetness. Not too ooey gooey, but the perfect sweetness. Oh my God. So beautiful. Meso, you making it. Y'all can make it too if you use this recipe. They're gonna call you a kitchen rock star. Hey y'all, thank you for watching. If you like my videos, I want you to subscribe. I want you to share my videos wherever you're active on social media. Give me a big old thumbs up, and I want you to leave me some comments, because I love hearing from you guys. I want to thank you for watching. You guys don't know how much I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe.